stood alone amidst the towering trees, engulfed by an eerie silence that seemed to amplify the rustle of leaves beneath my feet. The night sky was devoid of stars, shrouding the forest in an impenetrable darkness. An unexplained sense of foreboding crept up my spine, but I brushed it off, attributing it to my overactive imagination. Little did I know that I was about to enter a nightmare that would haunt me for the rest of my days. As I set up my camp, the chilling whispers of the wind seemed to mock my solitude. The crackling fire offered little solace against the encroaching darkness that veiled the forest. I tried to immerse myself in the beauty of nature, focusing on the dancing flames, but an uneasiness clung to me like a suffocating cloak. Suddenly, a low growl pierced the stillness, freezing me in place. My heart raced, and my breath caught in my throat. I strained my ears, desperate to discern the source of the sound. Was it a wild animal, lurking in the shadows, preparing to pounce? My mind conjured images of teeth and claws, fueling my fear. A twig snapped nearby, jolting me from my thoughts. My pulse quickened as a pair of glowing eyes materialized from the darkness. Panic surged through my veins as I stumbled backward, my heart pounding in my chest. The creature advanced, its feral gaze fixated on me. Its silhouette revealed a monstrous figure, a terror that seemed ripped from the pages of nightmares. With a surge of adrenaline, I turned and sprinted through the dense undergrowth, my heart thundering in my ears. Branches lashed at my face, leaving stinging welts in their wake. Fear propelled me forward, blurring the line between reality and the horror that pursued me. Every fiber of my being screamed for escape. My legs burned with exhaustion, but I couldn't afford to stop. I knew that if I did, the creature would overtake me, and I would be lost to its clutches. The haunting howls of the wind intertwined with my own labored breath, a symphony of desperation that echoed through the night. Just as I felt my strength waning, the tree line ahead gave way to an open field. Moonlight bathed the grassy expanse, illuminating my path to safety. Adrenaline surged anew, granting me a burst of energy. I sprinted across the field, my feet pounding the earth beneath me, until I reached the safety of a nearby road. I collapsed to my knees, gasping for breath, my body trembling from the ordeal. The terror that had gripped me in the forest slowly receded, replaced by a profound gratitude for my narrow escape. As I rose to my feet and glanced back at the impenetrable darkness, I knew that I would never forget the haunting experience that unfolded in the dead of night. Days turned into weeks, and the encounter in the forest haunted my every waking moment. I scoured books and websites, desperate to find any information about the creature that had pursued me. But the more I delved into my research, the more elusive it became. It seemed to exist only within the realm of nightmares, a phantom that defied explanation. Determined to find answers, I sought the counsel of local folklore experts and eccentric individuals who claimed to have encountered supernatural entities. Their stories ranged from mythical beasts to malevolent spirits, each tale more unsettling than the last. Yet none seemed to precisely match the creature that had stalked me in the forest that fateful night. As weeks turned into months, my obsession grew. Sleep eluded me as I pored over ancient texts, deciphering cryptic symbols and incantations. I visited occult shops and sought the aid of spiritualists, desperate to uncover the truth behind my ordeal. But the more I delved into the mystic arts, the further I was consumed by darkness. One stormy night, as I sat hunched over my research, a knock echoed through my door. Startled, I opened it to find a withered man cloaked in shadows. He spoke in a hushed, raspy voice, his words laden with ominous undertones. You seek answers, but beware the depths of knowledge you tread, he warned. Intrigued yet cautious, I invited him in. The man introduced himself as Victor, a seeker of the arcane who had dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the supernatural. He claimed to possess knowledge of the very creature that haunted my dreams. Eager to hear his insights, I listened intently as he unfolded a tale of ancient curses, forbidden rituals, and the existence of a hidden realm that bridged the mortal and ethereal planes. According to Victor, the creature that had pursued me was known as the Shadow Stalker, a malevolent being with an insatiable hunger for human souls. Legend had it that it was cursed to roam the earth, forever in pursuit of those who had witnessed its true form. Only by unearthing the secrets of a long-forgotten ritual could I hope to break free from its clutches. Guided by Victor, I embarked on a perilous journey to unravel the enigma of the Shadow Stalker. Together, we delved into forgotten tombs and deciphered cryptic scrolls. We traversed treacherous landscapes and endured countless trials, all in search of the elusive components necessary to perform the ritual that would grant me protection. Finally, after months of tireless efforts, we stood before the entrance of a long-abandoned temple, the final resting place of the sacred artifact we sought. With trembling hands, I reached out and grasped the relic, feeling its ancient power surge through me. A sense of purpose filled my being as I realized that the time had come to confront my nemesis. At the stroke of midnight, under the canopy of a moonless sky, I performed the ritual, invoking forces beyond mortal comprehension. The air crackled with energy as I chanted the ancient incantations, my voice trembling with determination. Shadows danced around me, as if acknowledging the significance of the moment. A sudden gust of wind swept through the temple, extinguishing the candles that lined the altar. Darkness enveloped me, thick and suffocating. I could sense its presence, the looming terror that had haunted my every thought. But this time, I was ready. I could feel the protective barrier I had conjured, shielding me from its malevolence. The creature lunged at me with a primal ferocity, its claws ripping through the air. But as its talons made contact with the mystical barrier, a shockwave reverberated through the temple, flinging the Shadow Stalker backward. Its unearthly shriek echoed through the chamber, a symphony of defeat. With the creature vanquished, I emerged from the temple, bathed in a newfound sense of liberation. The burden that had weighed heavily on my soul lifted, replaced by a profound sense of accomplishment. I knew that my journey had come to an end, and though the memories of that terrifying night would forever linger, they no longer held power over me. As I returned to the forest where my nightmare began, I couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence. The once menacing trees now stood as silent witnesses to my triumph, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. The darkness that had once consumed me now held no sway, for I had emerged from its clutches stronger and wiser. And so, I left the forest, carrying with me the scars of my encounter, but also the knowledge that darkness could be overcome. As I ventured back into the realm of the living, I vowed to share my story with others, to offer hope to those who found themselves trapped in the clutches of fear. For in the dead of night, even the most harrowing nightmares can be transformed into tales of resilience and triumph.